Welcome to the Thrive in 25 podcast series where we are shaping the future for Bruneians to thrive in tomorrow's economy. Today we're diving into how TikTok isn't just for fun and dance videos. It's quickly becoming a very powerful tool for small businesses here in Brunei and also in the region. It's for people to connect with customers, showcase their products, and of course to grow. Whether you're selling homemade snacks, you've got crafts or services, TikTok offers a very fresh way to reach a wider audience right from your phone at home. Let's explore how everyday Bruneians like you can tap into this exciting opportunity on how TikTok drives real-world business growth, strategies for niche discovery, and of course, storytelling, to also leverage TikTok as a tool for engagement and regional reach. I'd like to welcome on our podcast our TikTok content creators from Indonesia, Miss Annisa. She is a closed-loop fashion advocate, bridging grassroots and global platforms. And then, of course, Miss Ayala, you are the founder of Nubuk Bags, blending your storytelling with your design. If I can, I guess, set the scene first, can you guys share with us your background and what you are passionate about?
Hello, my name is Ayala. I am from Indonesia and I have the CEO and founder of Nubuk Bags. Nubuk Bags is a local bags brand that use craftsmanship as and empowerment as their values. So all of our bags are craft from and handmade from the craftsmen in Indonesia. And we are focusing on making the premium synthetic leather. And right now we are expanding our market not only in Indonesia but into the Southeast Asia. So
Great to know. And for you as well, Miss Annisa?
Yeah, so hi everyone, my name is Annisa. I'm from Indonesia and I'm the founder of Tricycle. Tricycle is basically a social enterprise. We are turning textile waste into let's say fashion accessories or any other things that are more valuable than the waste. And besides Tricycle, I also work as the consultant of the waste and circularity specialist at the closed loop of fashion. So yeah, here I am.
Thank you for sharing with us your introductory stories. Can we start then on your journey on TikTok? How did you guys establish your businesses or enterprises on TikTok?
Maybe you can go first.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe at first, how I entered TikTok first, yeah. At first, in Indonesia, TikTok is already famous like in 2020. But at first, not many people like to using TikTok, yeah, because maybe at that time the market doesn't fit with the many local brands, and maybe with the user it usually used for what we call like bocil is like a kid, yeah.
No, for kids.
Kids,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, not really.
Nothing serious.
Yeah, not the. The sentiment is not really good at first, but on 2020, 2022, I think there's many brands that's joining TikTok, and then they are doing a live first. So the first time, the first feature that TikTok is famous for is TikTok Live, besides the videos for the brands. So at the time I was just trying the features and then going on live like 2 to 4 hours a day, and then since then I'm getting serious about it, and then I just discovered that TikTok is a very strong platform to reach our consumers.
So you started 2 to 4 hours, and then did you realize then that, you know, when it comes to doing business, you can do your business 24 hours? Because there's some people who are doing live selling after certain hours and all this. What about you? How was your journey like?
So with Tricycle, we actually just started with TikTok like last year. It's because one of the program that TikTok sponsored back then in one of ASEAN program. And what we realized is that because previously we used Instagram a lot. And then, is it okay for me to say Instagram?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And then what we realized is that the algorithm is quite different. And with TikTok, I think why we also trying to start with TikTok is that we can reach more people instead of other other platform, because the algorithm could show our video to, let's say, the non-followers more than other platforms. So that's what makes, I think, TikTok is very unique, and give us also more opportunity. Yeah.
What's that one thing you wish you knew before you went into TikTok?
I wish I could use TikTok earlier.
Okay, people should have hopped on it.
Very good point.
Because we don't know that TikTok could be this boom, in
Especially
Indonesia.
in Indonesia.
Yes. I don't know what's the statistics, but it's like millions of people in Indonesia like using TikTok, and the I think the our rate, like people in Indonesia play social media a lot, and in TikTok they spend more time scrolling.
Doom scrolling, infinite scrolling. That's what people say. For No Book Bags, you mentioned, from the 2 to 4 hours, and then you saw that there was real business growth.
Yeah.
What was that moment for you like?
Okay, the moment that I really noticed that because there are so many foreign people are willing to buy No Book Bags, and when we research where is this people come from, this is from life. So our life has an impact. So we are getting more of the contents. We are getting more of the live sessions to have more audiences.
That's great, and that's very interesting as well. You just mentioned content just now, right? So what kind of content has helped you convert that level of engagement to things like to more formidable things like sales, partnerships, community?
Okay. For me, I think we do focusing on what our products are. So we are focusing on what bag we have, or like how the design, the features. But the most important thing is not about the content, but how we amplify the content. I think that's the answer.
And for you, Annisa?
Yeah, I think for 3Cycle, because we're all about community, we use social media to grow our community. And it's quite interesting when we know that we don't need to create content so seriously with TikTok. We could do something fun. We could do something more behind the scene, and it even more brought people to view our content instead of we create like something very serious, need so much time, need so much footages. When we do like just in front of the camera, it's usually my team actually who do that in front of the camera, and then just trying the bandana, for example, or like doing this simple video wearing our bag, and that's more engaging than the serious one. So that's what I think very interesting about TikTok.
So you touch on the fact that you have a creative team behind you. How then does your team balance staying creative but managing the business as well? Because there's a lot of content creation that you have to prepare, but at the same time, you're like, everybody get back to work. You must concentrate on this.
Yeah, so basically, we have like a dedicated person. It's not like a team, but one person who do the social media. So the other or the rest of the team can focus on the creation or the R&D of the product, for example, doing the bargaining with the clients, because we're a more B2B business, and also the community. So yeah, we have a dedicated person.
There's that one social media in the office. Do you want to be on the content today?
Yeah, exactly.
Then what's your favorite kind of content do you like to push out for your communities?
The content that we'd like to push and what usually work is the more fun but educative content. Because one of our goal is to raise the awareness of the people about the waste issue, about also to become a more conscious consumer who think twice when they want to buy something. But we do not want to make them feel like they teached. Yeah, so it's a more educative, and 3Cycle always bring these educative as a fun activity. For example, we have this cloth swap event when where people could bring their old clothing and then exchange it with other people's old clothing. This is how we bring the environmental issue not seriously, not so serious. That's why we're so aligned with TikTok, right? It could be
It's
something
super fun, yeah.
Yes. This heavy issue can be also fun. I think that's the message that we could we're trying to be always deliver to as many people as we can.
And for Nubuk Bags, what's your favorite content that you like to push out?
I think for now, people are more like storytelling content, where people can get involved like from the beginning process until the final process. So, in Nubuk, we recently have the campaign, our Woven Sweat campaign. So this is our new product, and we are empowering housewives in Indonesia. So I think people are more engaged, like when they know the process, who is making the bag, and then we see we make behind the scene how they woven the bag, and I think that is more engageable.
I think with TikTok, it provides everybody that behind the scenes as to what a company or a social enterprise looks like.
Yeah.
So beyond like a company, you might have somebody in the kitchen, like the chef, and you don't need to market as much. It's like, okay, you know what's going on in the actual kitchen, maybe live. Beyond those likes and views on your levels of engagement, right? What other metrics is sort of important for you when it comes to your engagement?
I think the real metric of this social media game is how can we convert those views, how can we convert those likes. For us, it doesn't have a meaning if we get like large views or large engagement in social media if at the end nobody's like coming to our community event, if there's nobody like buying our products, right? So the most important part is actually that conversion metrics.
And for you, Nubuk?
I think for Nubuk Bags, maybe the other metrics is like the loyalty of the customers, and then like how to build a community, because I think business brand nowadays not only for selling, they can only depends on selling, but how to make the community works for the brand.
So you just touched on community just now. How engaging are you when it comes to community online? So when somebody like writes a comment, do you automatically respond, or what do you do?
Okay. For the maybe like the standard customer service, we already done. We have our standards, but maybe what we can go for extras is we have like community event, and then we are starting our. We call our customers Teman Nubuk event. We have gathering, and then we have like for the next event we want to invite our foreign customers to going to Indonesia.
And right now, when it comes to Nubuk Bags, where have you seen your reach come to? So I know, like from Brunei, there's some people who are interested in Nubuk Bags. Which other countries have you like expanded your reach?
For now, we are expanding to Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, and also Brunei. But maybe for now, the biggest is in Malaysia.
Ah, wow. And for yourself as well, have you seen that your community has grown far beyond Indonesia?
In Indonesia, because we start in Bali, so Bali is not as big as Jakarta and other region in Java Island, right? So by us using TikTok and also other social media, we could wider our reach, not just in Bali, but also other cities like Jakarta, like Bandung, Surabaya. And also what I realized, because we're also actively joining program ASEAN-wide, it could bring the missions to other countries as well, such as Brunei.
Of course, maybe you never. Yeah, we have a sustainable future forum soon, so you never know. In regards to, I guess I wanted to ask, in regards to community, there's always the positive sides to things, but there's always bad eggs. There's always the negative comments, and you've probably got like complaints and all this. How do you address that on a very public-facing platform?
Okay. Maybe for Nubuk Bags, that community that helps us. So if we have a negative complaint, sometimes when we haven't answered the comment, the community have already answered, like they said that they don't have that experience, they have positive experience. Maybe also we have a very attentive customer service, so they just suggest us not to comment, but like just trying to reach out to us. Yeah, that's kind of things.
Yeah, I think if there's like any public complaints, what we're doing is always not to blame them, but trying to really understand what's the reason behind their bad comments or complaint. Not trying to like defend ourselves. That's like the really key thing. Just trying to like hear, like put more ears to the things that they're saying, because again they're part of our community.
Throughout your entire journeys on TikTok with your business and your social enterprise, have there been any, I would say, surprising moments that you've had with your communities?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest surprise for us that just happened this year is that we have this Sustainable Fashion Fest event that just this year is the second time we hosted it, and our target for the participant was only 400 people, but using TikTok and also other social media, we got 860 plus. Yeah, it's like more than double, and that's like a quite surprising event for us. So
that's a great win. For you, Ayala?
Okay, for me, maybe what I mentioned before, that we have many foreign customers, not only customers, but they are many personal shoppers who are willing to buy our products and send to their countries. And then when we open like a pop-up in Malaysia, Singapore, there are many people queuing. That's what a surprise. And they also made TikTok videos, like
they themselves create the content for you.
That's a very good things for us.
I think in the context of this conversation in Brunei, we don't have TikTok shop. If you can just share our audience then and our listeners, what's the difference between just normal content creation on TikTok and then TikTok Live? Because it's two different ball games in terms of like engagement.
I think it's two different things, but it is a very related features, because sometimes people know our brand or coming to our page because TikTok Live. So I think if we want to start a brand, we need to be active on both. Yeah, that's my point.
We rarely having the TikTok Live actually, because our community is more like an offline community. So that's why we use more TikTok content instead of the live. But we do live when we want to collaborate with other community. So
that's very interesting.
When we want to reach like wider audience, doing this live together along with other partners is really helping. Like we switch our audience.
Yeah, it's two different it's two different communities as well. In regards to the tools and the formats that you have done for your storytelling, do you have an insight as to what your media teams use? Like what kind of tools do they use to create these kind of like cool and funny TikToks?
I think my team usually just use the video editor application. Yes, and then ChatGPT
for
inspiration.
For inspiration.
And also the script for the video. But that's all. For the metrics, I'm not sure if my team used the TikTok metrics or not, but usually the report is just like showing the one that is shows in the TikTok app.
I think TikTok also have these features about content creations, and we can see other TikTok creator, and then we can see what is going on trend right now. So maybe we are starting with the trending videos.
The trending videos, and you follow through, and you. So in regards to different platforms, you probably have done a fair share of trial and error, of course. Is TikTok the best one, or like is there comparatives in between other platforms?
Personally,
I'm an Instagram person,
yeah.
so I'm like, I'm not on TikTok. So
I was a very Instagram person as well.
there
I
you
think
go.
each platform has its own strength. Yeah, we cannot really compare which one is the best. The best is, I think, to use as many platforms as possible.
Yeah.
But again, we need to reflect to ourselves: is it possible to do all of this platform or not?
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's better to focus on 2 or 3 instead of like open like 10 platforms, but then it's only like having a little bit focus here and there. So
And I guess it also depends on your business need.
Yes.
I mean, like if you're small scale, like what kind of engagement? If you're an organization, should I have a TikTok as well? Now I'm considering. So,
Yes.
in regards to giving advice to entrepreneurs out there who feel like their product may not be TikTok worthy, what's your advice?
I think there are no such thing as our product is not TikTok worthy, because every product we can sell on TikTok. Even in Indonesia, there's like a street food. They
Yeah.
also have TikTok, and their content creation is so fun. Yeah, so I think it just depends of how you like wrap the content.
That's true.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm so agree with that. There is no such not a TikTok content related, because everyone, even not just brand, not just product, not just a service, like ourselves, like our personal life could have something different to offer
That's true.
to TikTok, to the audience out there.
I like to see usually on my feed day in the life of like, and then you really see the walkthrough of that person's day and
Yeah.
everything.
Yes, and I think nowadays people are seeking for more authentic and realistic content instead of the one that is made too professional.
Yeah. On a personal note, beyond your businesses, then what is it that you doom scroll on TikTok?
Maybe because I'm a local brand,
Yeah.
I like to see what other people's wearing, like other local brands, because in Indonesia, almost all brands have TikTok, and then the rest is just the funny videos.
No, funny videos, of course.
For me, it's the innovations out there.
Okay.
What are people outside ASEAN countries, like in the Europe or in the USA, using waste for their daily life, for example, or what kind of new technologies that already invented? I think, that's kind of the content that I always
Like doom scroll.
Yes, it's every day.
I doom scroll on food most of the time. I was like, mukbangs and everything.
I do that too.
Yeah, so much good food.
Yes.
What is that? I guess in terms of like closing remarks and everything, I've got some more questions for you guys. What was that one mindset shift that helped you treat TikTok as a business tool? Like like you're going into, I would say, unfamiliar waters. It's another platform, but what was it in your head that said, okay, hey, let's do this?
I think for me, it's very important. I started with the doom scrolling, right? But when I realized, what am I doing? Like for these like couple hours or maybe even more than 2 hours during the weekend, for example, it comes to a self-realization that, it has to be something more that I can do instead of become a consumer. With things that we do, we could be also the creator. We could also be the one who provide this content instead of be the one who like consuming it. Yeah.
For you?
For me, maybe mainly because for in business terms, in Indonesia especially, we cannot survive if we doesn't have like brand presence in TikTok nowadays. So if you only have Instagram, that's good, but if you do want to explore more or you want to be known more, because TikTok have wider audience, right? You can get your videos watched by Brunei people or Malaysian people. That's why TikTok is very powerful.
As founders yourselves, right? You are sort of like coming out there as the face of the company. Do you then have your own separate TikTok, or is it like How does that work for you guys? Because I understand that there are some founders that have their own TikTok and then they drive that to the business, or the business and then they drive that back to their own personal branding. What do you guys
Yeah,
do?
for me, I don't have my personal TikTok
Oh, yeah, you're not
account.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for my social enterprise and the community. But yeah, for other social media like Instagram, I do have, because like it was like long time ago we created that myself. But yeah, for TikTok, not for now, because it's like too many social
There's a
media
lot.
to manage for now.
And for you?
Yeah, also me. Actually, I'm a very close person. Yeah, I'm so introvert. So, but I agree that the point right now is, if you want to go further, you need to make your personal branding too.
To get out there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, but I do have my own, like, not goals, but like a desire. Maybe like trying to hire somebody like to edit the contents for my personal account.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I have that in my mind, but not come to realization yet.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
And we as millennials, right? You're millennials,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, same millennial.
Oh,
all three
yes.
of us. There you go.
Yeah, I think I myself feel like I don't have that much energy to maintain all of the social media. Maybe unlike the Gen Zs, of which could have 2 or 3 different Instagram or TikTok accounts. The one is for the public, the one is for the private, the one is for
I can't keep
close
up
friends.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that, I would say, generational difference just now. Millennials, Gen Zs. Again, in terms of your engagement, do you see a huge diverse engagement when it comes to your businesses?
Yeah, I think TikTok has more Gen Z and below generation,
Alpha.
and Instagram has the millennial more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
To the
Yeah,
upper generation.
I think we were on different platforms and different generations.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I guess initially we were all exposed to, not so sure if you're familiar with this, Friendster.
Oh yeah.
Once upon a time, I think that was us way back then. So, very interesting conversation. In regards to one more question that I would like to ask, what advice can you give to someone then who is just thinking about starting their business on TikTok?
Okay.
I think just do it.
Go for it.
Go for it, and you'll find your own formula.
Yeah.
Because for me, there is no like specific formula for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone could go FYP within their own way. Just start and then do it consistently, because I think being consistent is better than being perfect.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then for
Yes, there's a saying that the best business is the one you go with, not you plan. So
you just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, even if you at first maybe you don't know what you are doing. And also TikTok have no like specific form how to be success in TikTok. Every brand have their own uniqueness. So maybe what works on BookBakes also doesn't work at other brands, and vice versa.
When you were first posting on TikTok, the first few like posts and things that you shared, what was that like, and what was the ascension for you guys?
Oh,
From 0 views, and you know what I mean? Like, who's watching? Like, yeah, how was that like for you?
Well, it's always been that way, right? When we just started, and then this is our first video. But what we did was to also exposing this TikTok platform to through other platform, like telling people that, hey, we're new on TikTok, go follow us for more contents, for example.
Also, the most important thing is like the consistency, the number of videos you upload, because in Indonesia, especially for brand, our account manager told us that you should post like 3 to 5 videos a day. That's very lot in a month, right? Also, the good strategy as if we have an icon, that would be great, because people are like familiar with your account if they're seeing that person. Oh, this is Notebook Bags, like that.
Because I think people's attention span, even my own, is like 2 seconds. I just see something, not like, I don't like, I see it. So icons are important.
Yeah.
And then what about things like, in terms of content creation that really grabs? Do you have your own tips and tricks? Oh, you're not going to share?
Well, again, it's like every content
Yeah.
could show different results.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be very surprising,
surprising.
right? Something that we create with no effort.
Yeah,
could
something
surprise
boring.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, well, I think
right.
be more realistic.
Yeah.
That is what people are really seeking
Yeah.
for nowadays.
Maybe know our product, our content fit what our audiences like to see, and focusing on that content pillar.
So right now, in terms of your own personal entrepreneurial journeys, where are you now? What's the next thing for New Book Bags? What's the next thing for Tricycle?
In terms of the social enterprise side, we are in our pilot project to create products out of the textile waste and expand it into products such as the furniture and also building materials. And yeah, again, we need to spread that information through our social media platform, including TikTok. And that's what we want to utilize TikTok in the future.
For Notebook Bags, for the business purpose, I want to make Notebook Bags go for broader continent also. Like we want to go to the Southeast Asia, and then we want to empower more of the locals, because this in Indonesia there's an issue where many imported products, and we want to stay with we are the locals, made by the locals.
That's a good notion to have. And then I think, just to wrap up for our listeners and our audience, you are entrepreneurs. Those that are listening as well probably are also entrepreneurs in their own journeys. What's the best advice that you can share to them to just keep going on?
I think it's finding your why is very important, because if you know the big why, or the reason why you're doing this like every day, that will be like the strongest foundation. Because for Tricycle, I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and there is always like time when there is come to my mind, should I stop now? Should I just not to continue this? This is too tiring, blah blah blah. But when I have this big why, that's what makes me keep going on. And also the people behind the support system is very important to have.
Really. Yeah, maybe it's the same for me, to have the reason why we are started at the first, and the second also what are the purpose of the brand for Notebook Bags. The purpose of the brand is to empower, right? So if we are stopped, we couldn't empower anymore. Like, we have to keep going.
The big why, the strength and the purpose and the power, of course. Thank you so much, ladies. Your sharing, I think, has been super insightful. It's also giving me so much more inspiration, I think, to just keep the strength and stamina to also keep going on for Asia Inc. Forum. Thank you so much, ladies, once again. Thank you for joining us on the Thrive in 25 podcast series as we explore doing business on TikTok. Remember, your business success comes from being authentic, creative, and of course, consistent. Sharing your unique business journey. Until next time, see you in the next episode.